ओम नमो लुए सर्वत्र कालवर्ती अर्यंताणम। नमो लुए सर्वत्र कालवर्ती सिद्धाणम। नमो लुए सर्वत्र कालवर्ती आर्याणम। नमो लुए सर्वत्र कालवर्ती उज्जायाणम। नमो लुए सर्वत्र कालवर्ती सावणम। ओंकारं बिंदु संयुक्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनं कामदं मोक्षदं चैव ओंकाराय नमो नमः। नमः समय साराय स्वानुभूत्या चकासते चित् स्वभावाय भावाय सर्वभावान्तरसिदे अज्ञानतिमिरन्दानां ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। तीन भुवन में सात वीतराग विज्ञानता शिव स्वरूप शिव का नम त्रियोग समारिके ओम नमः सिद्धेभ्यो ओम नमः सिद्धेभ्यो ओम श्री सुदात्माने नमः। जय जयेंद्र। So today is November 22, 2025, Saturday, and we are continuing our class on Chhadhaala. So we are in Dhala number 2. Dhala number 2 gives us insight into the wrong concept, Mithyatva. It just shows the real nature of Mithyatva. Remember, when we are looking at my own strength at the same time, actually I should be aware of it. What are my shortcomings, myself, my shortcoming, and what are the strength of my enemies? A king, a ruler who is going to war, he analyzes his weaknesses and he analyzes the strength of the enemy. Similarly, Mithyatva, wrong concept, is my enemy since time infinite in the past. So at least I should know its nature, its strength. It appears to be extremely strong. No, he can be win over. I can win over my wrong concept, knowing what's the nature of the wrong concept to start with. As we said last week, if you know certain time of the day, traffic in Bangalore is extremely heavy, knowing, you won't go that pathway. 10 o'clock morning, traffic becomes easy. Okay, I'll go at that time then. So knowledge is a king. In US, they say cash is a king. Gurudev will say knowledge is a king. जानना तो मिथ्यात्व क्या है वो मुझे जानना पड़ेगा. तो what we learned so far, अग्रहित मिथ्यात्व, inborn wrong concept, and that was divided in 3 parts: mithya darshan, mithya gyan, mithya charitra. Mithya darshan was a central theme. Mithya Gnan Charitra was, we just finished in one class only. Mithya Darshan was a most important thing. And Agrahit Mithya Darshan, inborn wrong concept, is a big thing for us. So we understood of the misconception about 7 elements, misconception about living, non-living, Astra, Ban, Samvar, Nijara, Moksha. We learned in detail. Now we understand where are my pitfalls. What are the things to avoid? We understand that part. Now we are entering into the new territory. Gruhit Mithyatva. acquired wrong concept. Acquired wrong concept again is divided into three parts. Mithya darshan, mithya gnan, mithya charitra, out of which mithya darshan will be given lot more importance. And in short, before the slide comes out, mithya darshan means faith in the Kudev, Kuguru, Kudharma. Kudev, Kuguru, Kudharma. My faith in a Kudev. Kudev means wrong, omniscient lords. Wrong lords. Wrong preachers. Kuguru. Wrong dharma. Kusastra. So, these are the things we'll be talking. So let me bring the slides and then we'll start from where we were last time and we'll continue from there. Let's quickly revise a couple of slides and then continue going from there. Author Daspal has advised that, what did he advise to us? One should realize that inborn wrong faith, inborn wrong knowledge, inborn wrong concept is detrimental to the soul. So this is kind of a synopsis, ultimate, the last line for the Gruhit Mithyatva. So inborn wrong concept, wrong knowledge, wrong conduct is detrimental to the soul. Having said that, they create misery to the soul. Why do I have misery? I'm perfectly okay. I'm well fed. I'm warm right now. It's winter time. Outside is cool and everything. I'm very warm and everything. I'm hydrated. So, well, I'm living in a fool's paradise. That external comfort I consider as my happiness. But there is an actual difference between happiness and comfort. Happiness and comfort, two things are entirely different. And we should be aware of differences between those two. Money will buy you comforts. Money will not buy you happiness. A rickshaw driver. One time I was in Ahmedabad and I was in rickshaw, and the rickshaw driver is nothing, no relationship to me. But he says, "Sir, this city is so great. This is fantastic. Things are changing." How he was so proud of it. He was happy. He was in a happy, jovial mood. And he's a rickshaw driver. What did he get? What is he going to get from me? 20, 30, 40 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees? So happiness comes from within. Money can give you outside comfort, but that doesn't. So I'm in miserable state actually because I'm dependent on the alien objects. Oh, winter is over here. Let's start taking out warm clothes and everything. So my existence depends on the warm clothes. Oh, my car is old now. I should get a new car. So my dependency on the car for my movement from point A to point B. Oh, I should expand my business so that I can make more money. So my dependency on the business to look for comfort and earning money. But this is a miserable state. These are wants. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Try to fulfill one desire and 10 more comes out. In the class, there are young kids are there and older people are also there. When I'm in the 8th grade, I want to pass. When I go to pass, now the 9th grade work comes out. 10th grade work comes out. I finish the high school. I get a good grades and everything. But transiently, I'm very happy. Next day moment, where will I get the admission? Where do I want to go? Will I go to, will I remain in Bangalore? Will I go to Delhi? Will I go to Ahmedabad? Will I go to overseas? So all this desires keeps on coming. So outside material object creates misery for the soul, dependency for the soul on the alien objects, and we should try to stay away from that. Let's see over here. Say they are the reason for infinite transmigration. My dependency on the alien object is a reason for my infinite transmigration. One should know the nature of the reality, Tattva Gyan, which helps to remove them. And we try to understand that what is a wrong belief about Seven Tattva. Knowing those wrong beliefs, now I try to remove those wrong beliefs. I'll do my own purusharth. I will do my own personal effort to come to the right track. So that was, what was it? Inborn wrong concept, inborn or Gruhit Mithyatva. Now, inborn wrong conduct, we already talked about it, so we are not going to go. Now we are coming to the new chapter, acquired wrong concept, Gruhit Mithyatva. This is present since this birth. In this birth, I acquired wrong concepts. And they are 3 different types. Wrong concept means wrong, mithya darshan, mithya gyan, mithya charitra. So, grahit mithya darshan, grahit mithya gyan, grahit mithya charitra, acquired wrong faith, acquired wrong knowledge, acquired wrong concept. So 3 other chapters we are going to go through it. Mainly we'll be concentrating on wrong faith, because once the faith is right, these 2 guys, they follow just like obedient servants. The faith is very important. Faith needs to be changed. What is faith now? Shraddha. What is Shraddha? Do I not have Shraddha in Mahavir Swami? Do I not have any Shraddha in my temple? Do I not have any Shraddha in my elderly, my teachers and everything? Yes, I have it. Then what's a wrong faith? Wrong faith is wrong Lord, wrong preacher, wrong scripture. So mainly it will deal with those 3 things here. Kudev, Kuguru, Kudharma or Kusastra. So 3 things we are going to hit that over here, and that will be coming in 3 different stanzas, and we'll just put all 3 stanzas together and try to understand this one. Remember, in the inborn wrong concept or Gruhit Mithyatva, we had all these 3 guys. We learned them. Now we're coming to acquired wrong concept, Gruhit Mithyatva. So we are going to start with that. Nature of the acquired wrong faith, Gruhit Mithya Darshan, it described in stanza 9, 10, and 11. We are talking three stanzas together. Because author wanted to convey the message, and he took 9 stanza, and then he wanted to convey a little bit more, so he took first part of the 10th stanza. Then when he comes to 10th stanza, he takes second part of the 10th stanza, and then he talks to 11th stanza. So 2 lines of 9, 2 lines of 10, 2 lines of 11, total 6 lines. So they are divided as 3 and 3. So 3 lines and 3 lines over here. So that's why we are combining all 3 with 3 stanza together. So there is no confusion in our mind. So our things can go smoothly. Okay. So 9, 10, 11 will be doing all three together, and it will take 2-3 class of God knows whatever. But at least you are aware of it, why we have 3 stanza together. Okay, so now we are going to listen to the stanza, all 3 stanza together. Beautiful stanzas, very nice, very good stanza. So let's try to analyze them one thing at a time. So stanza number 9. Je kuguru kudev kudharma sev. Je kuguru kudev kudharma sev. Pose chiradarshan moha ev. अंतर रागादिक धरे जेह बाहर धन अंबर ते सने. Simple 2 lines are there. One who is save means seva, save means seva, save means worshipping. One who worships the Kudev, Kuguru, Kudev and Kudharma. One who is worshipping those things. Just now, I had one person call me just before the class. That's why I was about a minute or so late. That person is well read. She said, is it wrong for me to go to non-Jain temple? And learned person, she is asking that question to me. Is it wrong for me to go to non-Jain temples? And I said, you decide. Are you worshipping Kudev or Sudev? Are you worshipping false Lord or the omniscient Lords? You decide. So, Kudev, Kuguru, the one who gives the wrong advice to me, one who gives me advice that, hey, you know what? Come to me and I'll make sure you will get lots of money and this and that and everything. Remind me one story when I was practicing. One of my patients came and he's a heart problem, chronic patient, and we talk a lot and everything. So he said, Doc, I go to horse race course and I love it, but I never win. Actually, night before, I will say 15 number horse is going to win. And all my friends will say, John, which horse, 15 number. And then when I go to buy ticket, I change my mind and I take 10 number horse or God knows whatever. And I end up losing. Everybody else end up winning. This thing keeps on going. So one day I decided, today I'm not going to change my mind, whatever that 5 number horse. He counted, continues talking to his mind and everything. And he bought the ticket for 5 number horse, and that horse won. For the first time ever he won. He got so excited, that when he went to the ticket counter to collect his prize, they say, where's the ticket? And he said, oh, in my excitement, I lost my ticket. So he didn't get anything. So now he decided that he will go to one tantric, one mystic lady. Mystic lady said, okay, John, I'll change your fortune, but you have to put 3 denomination money on my table. Means what tantric meant was $1, $10, $100. This guy says, no, this is too much. So he put $1, $5, and $10. And the tantric became very mad. What it means? Kuguru. These are Kuguru. They try to tell you, they try to sell you something. As a result, you get something. Physical benefit, material benefit. They are Kuguru. Those who tell you that you will get something in return. They are all false lords, Kuguru. Kuguru, false preachers. Kudev, one who may have women next to him, one who may have the weapons in his hands and everything. They are the Kudev. Kudharma means if you kill that animal, sacrifice animal, something good will happen to you. Many years back, I was listening to the radio in Phoenix, and it was Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is Jewish kind of day of atonement. And it more or less comes during our Kshamavani day, plus minus few days, plus minus whatever, So Kshamavani day was over and I was feeling good. Then I'm listening to the radio and the host is asking question to this Jewish person. And he says, yeah, on the Day of Atonement, a good Jew will go to another Jew, and then whatever the animosity they had the first guy will say, listen, I'm sorry, I thought bad about it, I spoke bad about it, I acted bad about it, I asked for forgiveness. So, whoa, that's the same thing I did. So Jewish and Jainism is same. Wow, I was so excited. Then he said, both the Jews, those who were enemies, they will become friends. They will go to their rabbi. They will go to synagogue, their temple. They go to rabbi, their dharma guru, and they say, Rabbi, we both have no animosity now. We are friends now. And then they give one live chicken to the rabbi. And rabbi turns the chicken snake and kills the chicken and says, now your sins are gone. So wait a second, what did that poor chicken do when you guys had animosity? What did the chicken? That is the kudharma. So one who is worshipping such type of things, over here animal sacrifice is shown, then their darshan more means wrong faith. They are solidifying the wrong faith. So these are the things. Antarragadik dhareje. Inside they have the inclinations of attachment and aversion, rag and dvesh. And from outside, he is having very good clothes and lots of money, etc. And he shows lots of love to his loved one and everything. These are wrong. These are acquired wrong concepts. This was not taught to you at birth that an animal sacrifice is important. It was not taught to you, Kuguru, that you go to some guru and he is going to have he will give some taviz or some thread on the hand and everything. And if you just watch these Indian TV serials, you will always start believing that, oh, God will do something. God will do something. Whenever this problem occurs in the TV serial, the actress or actors will say, oh, Mataji, Matarani, help me out. Make sure my daughter is safe. Wait a second. Is this religion? This is Kudev, Kuguru, Kudharma. So these are the things that we have to learn. So that's stanza. So then, well, we can listen to the stanza. Okay. So now there is stanza number 10. Dare kuling lahi mahat bhav te kuguru janam jal upal now je rag dvesamal kari malin vanita gadadi jut chinha chin. So this first line talks about kuguru. First line talks about kuguru. In this one also, antarragadik dhareje, the kuguru has a rag dvesh inside, and from outside he's showing with the prosperity and clothes and everything. He may have a long hair and long beard and orange clothes and all kind of thing. So that is a sign of Kuguru over here, second line. And in this line, stanza 10, first line, Dhare kuling dari mahat bhav, te kuguru janam jal upal. So this kind of thing, that they are kind of a stone boat, that they will be sinking, but they will also make other people sink also. So that's the first line, finishes kuguru. Then second line says, Je raga rag dvesa mal kari malin vanita gadadi tu jachin hajin. Now Kudev they are describing in second line of 10th stanza, that he has this guy, if he says he is a Dev, then he has weapons on his in his hand, woman with that and everything, and he has all those association which shows rag and dvesh only. If you see somebody who is a Dev, according to non-Jain philosophy, they may say, and he has a long tongue coming out and several hands, and on one hand is a sword, and the other hand is a cut head of the demon, and there is a blood all over and everything. You look at that picture, what will be your inclination inside? You will also have that dvesh bhav within. When you are in movie theater, a fighting scene comes and you had your adrenaline going up in your blood also. Because you look at it, you react that way. And you come to temple, you see, you are sitting in the temple right now, you are going to see Bhagwan's Samya Bhav, serene statue. When you look at it, you also have your Vitrag Bhav within. So, this is the Kudev. Sudev is the one when I look at that statue. Drashti nasa pe dhare. We just talk about it that way when we go to temple. His eyes are fixed within. He is just peace and peace and peace and blissful state that he is there in the form of statue. When I look at it, I have the same thing, the same inclination occurs within me. Jin mein nijaka nij mein jin pratibimba niharu. When we do the Abhishek part, we sing this part all the time. Jin mein, Jineswar Bhagwan, in within you, jin mein nijaka, and nij mein jinaka pratibimba niharu. Prabhu, when I come to you, I see myself in you, and you are enlightening me from within. So that is a Sudev. That is called Omniscient Lord. So that's what. So let's listen to this stanza also and then keep going further. Stanza, so nice, so nice tune and everything. It just makes you feel sing with that. Now, stanza 11. Te hai kudev tin ki jusev, shatha karat na tin bhava brahmana chev, ragadi bhava hinsa samet, darvit tras thavar marana khet. Now, Kudev things continues over here. In the previous stanza, it said that one who is uh, full of rag dvesh, one who has a woman with that next to it, one who is with the weapons, and those are the things. Plus, Tehe Kudev this type of Kudev, one who is doing worshipping, then he cannot reduce his transmigration. He will continue his transmigration. Then, now talking about latter part of the 11th stanza is talking about Kudharma. Ragadi bhava hinsa samet darvit tras bhava thavar marana khet. Then you are thinking false religion in which sacrificing animals or sacrificial fire, pit and everything, those are the one, they are called Kudharma. So 9, 10, 11 stanza, we are going to talk this way. We can, we did not have audio here. Okay, all right. So these are all the stanza number 9. Each and every word is been dissected over here. Same thing, stanza number 10, the words are dissected. Stanza number 10, dissection of the words more. 11 stanza, and now we come to verbal meaning of 9 and 10 stanza and 11 stanza. So, because we are taking 3 stanzas together. Those who serve and worship false preceptor. First, he's talking about Kuguru. Kuguru, Kudev, Kudharma. Kuguru, Kudev, Kudharma. 3 things combined together is called acquired wrong faith. Gruhit Mithyatva. Gruhit Mithyatva. Kudev, Kuguru, Kudharma, to follow them. First, to know what is Kudev, Kuguru, Kudharma, to know their nature, and then to stay away from them. So, one who worships the false preceptor, Kuguru, false god, Kudev, false religion, Kudharma, they feed the long-lasting karma, Anantanubandhi karma. I'm just putting fire on, I'm putting the ghee on the fire. There's a fire going on and there's a bucket of ghee, and I thought it's a bucket of water, and I threw that bucket of ghee on the fire. What happens? Fire gets nourishment. Similarly, if I'm worshipping false preceptor, false god, false religion, I am nourishing the long-lasting karma. I'm acquiring long-lasting karma. Anantanubandhi karma. They are going to stay with me forever, for a long time. 70 kroda krodi sagropam maximum time they can stay with me. And they help me deluding my belief. My belief becomes deluded. My belief becomes clouded. My belief becomes impure. My belief is a wrong belief. Those who have attachment, etc. internally, there are attachments, external and internal attachments. We will see that one in the coming slide. We are just doing verbal meaning of the stanza right now. So, those who have attachments internally and indulge externally in wealth and clothes, and thus posing their sainthood. They have the wrong understanding from within, and externally they have wealth and clothes and posing with the wrong external mark, mithya base. Long beard, long hairs, and orange clothes and red clothes and all kind of thing, and people are surrounding him and all kind of thing. They are false preceptors. So they not only drown themselves, but they also are like a stone boat. They drown themselves and they drown me also, you also, us also. So this is warning sign to you, to me. Chhadhaala says, you better be careful. You understand this part. If you know this part very well, you will try not to go through these pitfalls. If I know something is bad, let's take simple example. Eating meat is bad. Do you ever have a nightmare and or a dream in which you ate meat? Anybody ever had that kind of a dream? You may have wildest dream of all kinds. Did you ever had a dream that you ate meat? No, because it is so highly ingrained in the brain that is abhaksha for me, non-eatable for me. Even in the deep sleep also, I will not have that thought coming. Similarly, author is saying, you understand wrong preachers. You understand wrong preachers and try to stay away from them. You go to the right preacher. I used to be a small kid. By the way, I was born in a town called Palej, where Gurudev Sri did 5 years of a business with his cousin brothers and his own grain shop. Thereafter, Gurudev took a diksha and Gurudev left, and Gurudev's partner was my father's uncle. And so my father was brought to Palej, and so we stayed there for 30 years, and I was born there. So they used to send us, my parents will send us to every vacation to Songad. It was must that we have to attend Gurudev's pravachan. I have no clue what he is talking. I have no idea what Gurudev is talking. And as a young kid, you don't fall asleep also very easily. Elderly can go to sleep while listening to the lecture. So, by hook or crook, we finish 1 hour. Few things I learned, 2 or 3 things I learned during those young years. And ultimately, I said, oh my God, Gurudev taught me so fantastic thing to me. One example. Gurudev used to say, I'll say in Gujarati first, then in Hindi and English. તું મરીને પશુ થઈશ, તું મરીને ઢોર થઈશ, તું મર કે પશુ હોગા. After death, you will become an animal. And young mind was thinking, why is he telling me that I'll become animal after my death? Death was no concept at the time. We are young, energetic kid and everything. But still, a question came in the mind, but there was no courage to ask somebody about that question. So it remained within mind for many years, many decades. And then when I started reading the scriptures, in 80s and 90s. I said, oh my God, this is what Gurudev meant, what he meant to say, I will die and I'll become an animal. What he said, son, just because you came to this assembly, you came to this Swadhyay, means I consider as you an eligible person. Gurudev Sri, I'm a small kid, 10-year-old kid. How can I be eligible? No, because you sat down in this class, so you are an eligible soul, Patra Jeev. And now if you don't do anything, and if you die, you'll become higher form of animal in which your dharma, the process for acquiring Samyak Darshan will continue there. Can you imagine Gurudev's compassion on me, small little kid, telling me that just because I'm there, I'm an eligible, and if I don't do anything, I'll become at least higher form of animal in which my process of religious process will continue. This is Suguru. This is called Suguru. He did not say, hey son, sit down, give me, put $10, 10 rupees, 100 rupees, and I'll give you Ashirwad, and you will, nothing like that, no. So, false preceptor and true preceptor, one has to understand. I just gave this example because it has affected me in my life. And that's why I repeat this example to lots of people. What is Kudev and what is Sudev? What is Kuguru and what is Suguru? So even if you don't understand Gurudev's lecture, if one teeny tiny point you will understand, you'll get one sentence and that will change your life. So this is false preceptor over here, and we also gave that what is true preceptor's nature. Now, false lord, those foolish person who worship them do not end cycle of their wandering. Life and death cycle continues. All those actions which are soiled with internal violence, means attachment, etc., and external violence like physical killing of mobile and immobile organism, constitute false religion. Now we are talking false religion. What is false religion? All my actions which are soiled with internal violence and external violence. Remember, these are only verbal meaning we are doing. We'll be going lot more detail in each and everything. We are just taking verbal meaning of the stanza. External violence is physical killing of mobile and immobile organism, constitute false religion. By believing in such false religion activity, Jeev always gets miseries. False religious activities leads me to misery. It is known as an acquired type of wrong faith, Gruhit Mithyatva. So, previous slide talked about Kuguru and Kudev. And over here, Kudharma. Three things constitutes Gruhit Mithyatva, Gruhit Mithya Darshan. And then author says, now the author describes characters of wrong knowledge, Gruhit Agyan. That will come in the stanza 12. So now we are going to discuss three things. Gruhit Mithyatva means nature of the false preachers, false lords, and false dharma. Three things. Are you with me so far? Any question?
No questions, Uncle.
Okay. So then we'll continue. The time is there, so I'll take one more slide, I think. So, worshipping false lords, false scriptures, and false preacher end up acquiring false belief, grahit mithya darshan. Gruhit Mithyatva. I was not born with these things now. When I was born, I was a baby, I was innocent, completely innocent. But then the false preachers, they taught me wrong things. False lords, they told me wrong things. False religion told me wrong things. And these are all acquired in this life. Little digression over here. If I remove acquired wrong belief, acquired wrong concept, grahit mithyatva, if I remove them, means if I'm worshipping the true omniscient Lord, if I'm worshipping true scripture, holy scripture, and if I'm worshipping true Guru, Suguru, what will happen to me then? If I worship Sudev, Sudev, Suguru, Sudharma, if I'm worshipping them, what will happen to me? We already understood. Worshipping Kudev, Kuguru, Kudharma, that means my infinite transmigration will continue. But if I remove my grahit mithyatva, if I remove my wrong faith, Kuguru, my faith in the Kuguru, Kudev, Kudharma, if I remove them, what will happen to me? Removing them, Kudev, Kuguru, Kudharma, remove. As a result, I have a Sudev, Suguru, Sudharma. I will obtain, the living being obtains heavenly life. That's it. Transmigration continues, but one gets into heavenly life by removing acquired wrong concept, acquired wrong belief. When you remove them, only thing one end up getting Devgati. But when you and me, when we remove inborn wrong concept or grahit mithyatva that we talked so far up to stanza number 8, to have a faith in the seven tattva, the way they are, to have faith on the right knowledge and right conduct and everything. When we do that, then soul ends up going to moksha. This will only lead you to the Devgati. But along with this one, acquired false belief to remove, one also has to remove inborn wrong faith. This is Kudev, Kuguru, Kudharma to remove. And to get Sudev, Suguru, Sudharma, Don't stop that. That's a in your life story there is a comma only. It's not a full stop. It's only comma. Means at least you are now eligible. And now you are going to hit on your Gruhit Mithyatva, inborn wrong concepts that will lead to Samyak Darshan, ultimately leading to moksha. So these are the so important way author is presenting to us. Amazingly beautiful way he methodically he goes one thing, second thing, third thing, fourth things. It's very easy for us to understand. Anybody can understand. So we'll continue these things next week onwards, and we'll learn what is Gruhit Mithyatva. Any questions so far from the audience or from Zoom? Anybody?
From the temple.
No questions. Okay. So we will continue. Next week is a holiday week in Phoenix. I mean in USA. The Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is called Thanksgiving weekend. But we will meet on next Saturday. Okay. All right. Saturday morning. Saturday your time, my time. We will meet. Okay. All right. If there is no question, then we'll do the closing. But if there is question, then please ask. And I would encourage you to ask question, because not that everybody will understand everything on the first set, and you must ask question. You have to, or you have the Akshita Didi there. You ask question to her. She is very learned lady. She is very pious girl, and she can teach also right way. So any questions arising over here, you can talk to her. She can just give us the answer. Okay, all right. Okay. So if that is a things, then we may do the closing. Does anybody wants to do from the Zoom and or class? You want to do the Jinwani Stuti?
Yeah, I think we'll do.
Please do that. I also I encourage kids also in the class to do the Jinwani Stuti. So they know it, then they should do it, and this is good way of you know teaching is the best way of learning. So if you are going to speak one time, you will learn so much and you will understand that one. So please don't feel ashamed. Just take your turn and do that also. Okay, I'll be very happy. All right, go ahead.
निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है। इसके लिए जिनवाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार है, वंदना शत बार है। अंकल जय बोलाओ सो।
जय जय हाँ श्री अनंत अनंत श्री परमेश्वरी भगवंतों जय हो। विश्ववादी विरांति चतुर्थ तीर्थंकर भगवंतों जय हो।
जय हो,
सिमंदरादि विश्व तीर्थंकर भगवंतों जय हो।
जय हो।
શ્રીમદ સ્વામીના સંદેશા લાવનાર ભરત ક્ષેત્રના સમર્થ આચાર્ય કુનકુન આચાર્ય દેવ ઇત્યાદि આચાર્ય દેવનો જય હો.
જય
અધ્યાત્મ મૂર્તિ પ્રસન્ન મૂર્તિ ગુરુદેવ શ્રી કાનજી સ્વામીનો જય હો.
જય
પ્રસન્ન મૂર્તિ ભગવતી માતનો જય
જય
હો. ધન્ય એકાવતારી શ્રીમદ રાજચંદ્ર દેવનો જય હો.
જય
જીનવાણી માતનો જય હો.
જય
જય જયકાર જય જીનેન્દ્ર. થેન્ક યુ.
જય જીનેન્દ્ર.
થેન્ક્સ મેમ.